don't know why I did that. I meant to press F, I pressed E instead. And I got the game mixed up. Oh boy. Anyways, welcome back to Genshin Impact. Big ol' chin. Yes. Wow, that's far away. And that's somewhat closer. Sort of.
Bet you can't keep up with me!
Don't get frostbite. Freeze!
Yeah, I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting it to blow up, cause a fire.
No one escapes my sight!
What's the matter there? Not a radish. Wait, what is that? Was it just lightning? No, it's not just lightning. It's a little glowing blue thing. First things first, there's a seashell over here. Oh, okay.
Please stay indoors until the storm passes. I will deal with any urgent outdoor business.
That's nice. Hey, how's it going, man?
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter.
Just...
You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at some—
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your element, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to... When I talk about that which I see, since a young age I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, And not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's...
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy?
It's nothing real. It's been a long journey, and honestly, even Paimon doesn't...
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then,
So we had to do this anyway. Oh. Yeah.
Windblade! Yeah. 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 Huh.
No, it didn't drop it.
cool it!
Be gone! Let it rain! Ha!
They didn't do that,
Your skills in battle are truly... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables... He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat... In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you.
He doesn't sound like a warrior. He sounds like an assassin.
Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the The world is a truly mysterious...
You seem kind of obsessed with visions.
I desire to know what meaning vision and what influences the gods' decision to grant My apologies. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstance in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time.
She sounds less like an Archon and more...
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. She will relentless... Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not...
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her.
I mean, I don't think it's her, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the god who
The time for your match is approaching.
we fought in the beginning used
Oh,
fire,
right.
did she
We
not?
got so distracted talking about
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go.
Why is... Never mind. We can start by making urine. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax. We've seen many exciting battles today. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Wow! I've been waiting! I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match, but today's final round will... As for our other combatant...
As soon as he gets here.
Come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't
Wait a moment. Something doesn't... Captain Beto, perhaps we should... Traveler.
That's the pretty little snake. Okay, we're... Here? No. I think it's down now. Did he
Let me see.
steal the vision?
It's gone all right.
So good.
Did somebody steal it?
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought that's...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand is not... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after.
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense the wind.
What the hell does that mean? Oh, okay, it's over here.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
That be him?
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
Oh, so sorry.
If not, like I said, just
Yeah.
do this with getting the cool down.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
How did that even happen?
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
I have a question. Where are you? Seriously, where are you? You say follow me, but you're nowhere to be seen. What's up with that? How am I supposed to follow you when you're invisible? How do you follow an invisible person? You know, who's flying through the air. Or rather, gliding through the air. Yeah, I went to get the bird. Get some foul meat. Oh, down there? Really? Huh.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Windblade!
Below par. The hunter
Be gone!
becomes the hunted.
Yeah, that works.
No one escapes my sight!
Really, that works.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure quick get.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. In other words, you failed to meet any of the
You.
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire in—
Fine. I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided—
Aha! So you were supposed to be—
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand— Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but after all I went through to get it, I think not. Really? Fine. But you'd better mean it.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for steal—
Huh? You're not serious.
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the fight. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief—
Whoa, we don't need to go that—
I never would have guessed you could— If this is where talking gets me, then forget it.
Alright.
What are you trying to do?
Windblade!
Freeze! Don't get frostbite. I'll have my revenge, eventually.
Oh, he's still here.
No. Do what you want, but please.
He has persevered to the bitter end. Put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking? It's up to you. Such willingness is—
No need for that.
But yeah, this guy is from Inazuma.
Paimon doesn't care.
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing— When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing— Yes. I wanted to know whether it were— From the moment he stole the vision, I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision. After seeing you command multiple elements— Come, why don't you give it a try?
The vision—
I see. So, no matter. This was expected.
Why don't we try Paimon?
I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Yeah, what's the story?
The story begins with an old friend.
Turn bitter enemy? Maybe?
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is
Okay,
the
so
pinnacle
this is the
of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
That fucks.
Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god.
Okay.
Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, whilst...
Kazuha!
It's just an... All right then. It's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for...
Ah, teleport. Oh, there.
Huh? Did Beta leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by... It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud.
It's not on...
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's... He knew he stood no chance of winning the match. In which case, the Crux clash comes...
Huh? So that's what... If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he...
Paimon thought we'd win and all.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor...
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of...
Hold on a second. You're saying she...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest.
I mean, that sounds like Tomb Raider 2013's Himiko.
Suffice it to say that if you wish to in the meantime...
Paimon believes you'll find a way...
Thank you. May but one final word of warning. The...
Except, you know, she's a god, not a queen. You know, Himiko was a queen or empress. This Archon is a god deity. Really up there? Alright. Really? Why?
Is this an answer from this world?
Doubtful. Alright. Okay, now where do we go? Oh, here's the, boat. Big old boat. The captain would be here, but I guess not. Wow, this seems nice.
Stock of herbs is running a bit low.
Is this an answer from this world?
Yeah, alright. Hope nobody's gonna mind me stealing all the treasure. Right? Okay. I guess we're going back here.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, Ah, yes. I've heard that you were. Now that I think about it, it's been quite.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right?
Aren't you the guy who tossed the GTFO?
The fleet is nearly completed reprovision. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. Well,
Seems Beidou is the captain of
of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon.
So you'll be heading off then? Whether the journey before you leads to the. Until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kinda hard.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive?
So there's another
fucking knew
captain
it.
in Inazuma?
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor.
Okay, thanks for coming on.
Just following orders.
Oh, he's much nicer now. Alright, we're heading back to the boat. Nope, he's still acting like a jerk. For some reason.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. Don't look too serious. We set sail for the land engulfed by storm.
Anchors away!
Wait, we're here already? Or not. But there's Kazuha. Okay, yeah, we're just leaving. Clearly. No? Okay.
Ahoy there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know
Oh,
recently.
okay.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can't...
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you... Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say, if you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries...
No need to worry. I'm
Don't
sure
make
we'll
him
get
walk the
along
plank.
just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going.
Oh, right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what...
Fair seas, Captain Ba-
Now then, first things first. We need to go...
Paimon thought we were supposed to be...
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You and... So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Oh, right. If I use the tornado move here, will that just set off alarm bells everywhere? Probably. Probably shouldn't do it here then. There's guards everywhere.
Hello? Please state your name, identity. You must be... Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry. My apologies, but I'll have to ask...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say.
I see. Okay. You're...
So...
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's...
Sheesh. So it...
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, as the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs... Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
Well, for stars, this is our first time visiting Inazuma. So, no, we haven't heard of it before. This is literally our first time here. Eureka! Sorry.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million.
2 million?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math.
Ma'am, these two here are good.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it.
Thank you, but as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 Mora should cover it if I'm paying on...
That's not how you haggle, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma.
Does that count as bribery? And again, I guess...
She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than...
Then they'll milk them for all their...
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, there's very little that can be. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is that's how the International Trade Association.
So it's a trade association built.
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive isn't it?
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on... Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say... Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce...
Really? Wow!
I mean, it will take all the resources. Connections come at a high price. No. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy.
Okay, sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the...
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Here's the situation. As I touched upon, recently things seem to have gotten more difficult. The head of the association is called Carisio, and he's a good friend of mine.
I wonder if his last name is Redfield. But I guess we'll find out in the next episode. Because there's a lot of stuff to do in this strange new land. I say strange, but it's only because this is Claire's first time visiting. Oh look, there's a guy named Bob. Hey Bob, how's it going? Do you turn metals into gold? No? Maybe?